Alright guys, so I'm still in work, so I can't do an actual proper video, but I thought I'd get another one of these AliExpress sale videos out. Found a few more interesting pieces, hopefully ones you haven't seen before, so enough waffling, gonna get right down into it. So first up, we've got this one from SH, which is not a brand I've checked out before. I think I might have seen another video where someone else has reviewed an SH watch, but I can't remember where it was off the top of my head. So with this one, got some really interesting specs. So we've got PT5000 or the SW200, domed sapphire crystal, wood grain dial, which is pretty interesting, leather strap, but the leather strap is also something a little bit different too. It's not just leather. So there we go. So go over the dimensions first. So 42mm diameter, 50mm lug to lug. Thickness is a little on the thick side, 15mm, and also the lug width 21 isn't ideal. 20 or 22 is better. This is where it gets interesting. So we've got bronze case. That's a little bit weird the way you've written that. So double domed sapphire, double domed sapphire. But then the strap. So it's leather, but it's also denim, which I thought was pretty cool. Not something you see, well, ever. Not that I've seen anyway. I'm sure there's probably someone else has used it, but not that I've seen. 100-meter water resistance. Only C1 loom, not C3, but get into the pictures. So you can see that kind of wood grain effect on the dial. And you can also see that denim strap as well. As I say, it's just something pretty different. And I love that domed crystal. I am a sucker for a domed crystal, as you guys probably know. I just think it's a quite nice overall looking design, despite being some odd material choices. But you can see the finishing's done really well. Got a sign case back there as well, screw down. But again, that 21mm. Close up of the strap with the denim, and then the leather on the other side. And we've also got a matching bronze buckle. So I do like they've done the matching buckle. The loom looks okay on the picture, but in terms of longevity, obviously I can't comment on that because I haven't checked it out myself. So next up, we've got this mysterious code. Again, not the best brand name, but they seem to make some interesting watches. So they're actually claiming on this one that it's 904 stainless steel. I doubt whether that's true or not, but either way, we've got a VK63 chronograph movement. We've got some pretty interesting dials. So we've got a bit of a texture thing going on there, applied indices. And we've got some interesting dial colours as well. So scroll down, look at it in more detail. Back over the specs first. So 13mm thick, 40mm diameter. So you got your standard kind of black and white. That one we saw in the picture before, which I do quite like that kind of pale blue. Green one, black and red. The straps actually look pretty nice as well. Not overly keen on the text used on this, like on the previous mysterious code one I mentioned in the last video. Definitely think it'd be better if they just used the logo. There's the movement in the back there. And we've got screws for the case back. Oh, so it's actually a display case back. I thought they kind of removed it because I'm looking at the screws. That's an interesting choice. Ooh, again, we've got that 21mm lug width though, but it is quick release. So if you have actually got any of the 20mm straps, you can easily swap them out. But again, would have been better 20 or 22. Quite like that one, bit of a retro kind of look. That's quite nice too. Yeah, so again, there's just quite a lot of different dial choices. And I think overall, it's a pretty interesting watch. So next up, this one I was drawn to mainly because of this text on the dial. A lot of people say, why can't these Chinese brands just embrace the Chinese? So this one obviously is. So this is the IPOSE dial. So this, based on the other watch I checked out from them, should be pretty good. Got a PT5000, sapphire crystal, C3. But if you're not keen on that, they do actually do more standard dial variations, which we'll get into down here. Yeah, so you can see, you don't have to have that Chinese text. But if I was going to get one of these, I personally would go for it, I think. It's just something a bit different. But either way, I think they look good. So it looks like we've got a ceramic bezel, and we've also got a bronze case. Strap looks pretty nice as well, pretty chunky. Nice kind of leather one. But I do like this. Have we got any specs down here? Oh, it's quick release as well, which is nice, and it's branded. It does look a very nice strap, as I say. Ooh, and the matching bronze buckle with the branding too. Quite a nice case back. Again with some Chinese text on. So 200 meter water resistance, sapphire crystal, automatic movement, yeah, bronze. The usual stuff you'd expect. Oh, again, another 21mm though. I've obviously just picked out all 21mm here so far. Any more? Okay, 39mm diameter. That's pretty good. I thought it might have been a bit bigger than that. Interesting. It says brass. Well, that's not right. Perhaps that's not right then, because the case is definitely bronze. So if you are interested in this, you might have to check some of these specs, because as far as I can tell, they don't mention them anywhere else up here, unless it was on one of these. No. But either way, it's an interesting piece, as I say, especially with that dial. But next up, so I've got a couple here that could be either women's or unisex watches. Let me know what you think though. So we've got this Sugess. This is a 38mm Venturine style dial actually, but they're calling it Goldstone, which I've never heard before, but I would definitely say that's a Venturine. And we've got like a rose gold finish with the case. Looks like we've also got quick release too. And the rose gold on the hands too. But if you're not keen on that, they also do a silver, which I'm assuming is just a 316L case. That's interesting. We've got drilled lugs as well as quick release by the look of it. But let's take a look further down anyway. It's definitely an eye-catching piece, even if you go for the silver or the, I think it's rose gold. Yeah, I'd call that rose gold. So in terms of specs, we've got the ST2130 movement, sapphire crystal, 38mm diameter, 9.5mm thick, 12.5 including the glass. Don't know why you'd do it without, but 50 meter water resistance, as you'd expect with a dressier watch. Here we go, the lug to lug, which is good. So 46.5, nice and compact. So should fit smaller wrists. There we go. Now just explaining what the Goldstone is. Anything else? No, the same stuff. There we go. Here's a picture of the case back. Do quite like that. Nice display case back showing off that movement. And then the specs we've already mentioned around the outside. And yeah, it is quick release. 20mm as well. Not 21, thankfully, this one. So again, more of a woman's watch, I think, but I think it'd work for both men and women. And then that nice dome crystal as well. Oh, you can also get it without the branding on, if you prefer that, if you want a really clean look to it. So this next one is something pretty different. So as I say, this is a woman's watch, or at least that's what it says on the listing, but it's also a Tritium one. I've been after a Tritium watch for quite a while, looked through loads of different ones, and I'm seriously debating getting one of these, despite it saying it's actually a woman's watch. It also says it's 36mm, but it looks like we've got fixed male end links, so I think that's going to make it wear a bit bigger. So I'm hoping it's going to wear more like a 38 maybe. I think a 38mm diver I could probably pull off. 36 might be pushing it a bit, might be a touch small, but we'll see if I do end up getting one. And don't worry, they don't just have this pink one. They have different colours as well. In fact, I'll show you that lower down. So we've got the T100 Tritium, 100 meter water resistance. It says here it's got eco drive movement, but I've actually spoken to him and it isn't. It's actually a VS43, but it's not an eco drive, it's a Seiko movement. So that is actually a solar movement apparently, which again is something I've not checked out before, not something I've seen on AlIExpress before either. So Tritium and a solar dial I think is a pretty cool combination. So as I say, I'm probably going to go for one of these to see what it's like. So there's the green one. They also have a blue, I think. Yep. So obviously they're a bit more manly if you want to get one of these. But that being said, actually, do they call it pink? No, they don't actually name it. But it looks more like a pinky colour as opposed to a red. And then you can see we've got the matching second-hand colour depending on which dial you go for. Cyclops on the date and the 24-hour markers on the inside, and then those tritium tubes. So it looks like it's just a aluminium bezel insert. Got a cyan crown there, mixture of brushed and polished case. But that's what it's all about with this one, the tritium. So that will glow all night. And if I'm right, I think that should last about 15 years before it starts to fade. Okay, here we go. Here's some specs. Whether these are accurate or not, I don't know. That 36 seems to be measuring the case diameter, I think, and not the lug to lug. Or the way they're doing it's a bit weird either way. Okay, so I've spoken to them. So they've told me the lug to lug is about 42.5 mil, something like that. So, yeah, that 36 is for the case, not the lug to lug, which is what it's actually measuring on here, which is a little bit weird. So I'll have to check the other specs if I do get one. Yeah, sapphire crystal, AR coating apparently. Anything else? There's actually a bit of texture on that bezel. Interesting. And then that wave kind of style Yelang branding. I think it looks pretty good. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so it's kind of like the standard milled clasps you get, or possibly pressed one. But you can easily swap it out for a milled one if you want anyway. They're not expensive at all. Interesting case back. So Killer Whale there and Sea Overlord. So as I say, oh that's good. You can also get different lume depending on what dial colour you go for. So the blue has blue, the green has green. That's pretty cool. Okay, so that is pink then, because they've gone with pink as opposed to red. I do like they've got different colours for the different dials. It's a nice touch. Would you be going for one of these? If you've got a smaller wrist and you're looking for a dive watch, perhaps this would be the kind of thing you're after. Or obviously get it for your girlfriend or something if she wants a diver. But either way, it's definitely an interesting watch. If I'm going to get one, I'm probably going to go for the green, I think. Although the blue does look quite good. But anyway, I'm just rambling now. So that's it for this one, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this, some different stuff you've not seen before, and I'll see you in the next one.